Today we're going to orchestrate a climactic part of a track that is immediately followed by a drop down to a quiet interlude. Let's start off by listening to the previous part of the track for some context. This is the main theme. Still kind of raw. Work in progress. And here comes the secondary theme. And that's where today's orchestration is going to come in. We are going to go back to the main theme with an added climax at the end. And as I said, it will drop off into the quiet interlude, which will be reusing the materials we had in the intro with some variation, obviously. Let's now listen to the piano sketch of the parts we're going to orchestrate today. This is part of the main theme. This is again the melody from the intro. The rules for today go like this. First, we'll spend 7 minutes copying over the part of the main theme that we'll use as the climax and adding in a second voice using woodwinds. We will then spend 5 minutes making the ending of this part more climactic, essentially changing the melody. Then we'll spend another 5 minutes adding even more energy in the end by making a unison of almost all of the orchestra in the last notes. And we'll end this first part with 3 minutes of adding in some low woodwind filler chords and cello and bass to make it a little heavier. The second part of the video will be orchestrating the quiet interlude. I'm giving myself 10 minutes to work on that. We're going to copy and paste the part of the intro. Then we'll copy and paste the string part from the build-up to give it a little bit of movement. And we'll obviously have to change the harmony of that part to make it fit. As usual, you are welcome to join me. Load up your piano sketch, load up the instruments I just mentioned. Let's get composing. 7 minutes climactic part, and that's starting right now. So let's find the correct part we want to copy and paste. I'll listen to the piano once more. Okay, boom, boom, boom. Okay, that sounds like the right part. Da, 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 da. Maybe something like that. Okay. Oh, I just realized this is what was supposed to do in the next part. Yeah, maybe something like that. Okay, I made a little bit of a mess there with the different segments, but I think I did more or less what I was supposed to do in segment 1 and segment 2, and more or less in the time frame, the 12 minutes that was supposed to take. Let's now go on straight to the next segment, creating a whole orchestral unison. If you're composing along, just pause the video, do the 5 minutes, and come back here and see what happened. Okay, 5 minutes for the rhythmic unison, and that's starting right now. Okay, we got part of it going on already. Let's see what is left. Yikes, out of time. Went a little bit overboard there. I hope I'll do better in the next segment, although I doubt it. Let's see what I can get done in 3 minutes in terms of adding in some low woodwinds and a cello and bass foundation. No idea what I just did. Okay, so that's it for the climax for now. Like most of this orchestration, it's kind of raw, but what I'm trying to accomplish here is to stretch myself a little bit, to work under time pressure, and I think with that in mind, I'm doing pretty well. So let's just go straight on to the next part of doing the quiet interlude. Okay, 10 minutes, and that's starting right now. All right, let's listen to the piano sketch to remember what part. Okay, that sounds pretty good as it is. Let's try to get the correct part from here. Okay, so that's this. Yeah, so that took a little bit less time than what I allocated to it, which is fine. The only goal here is to get better and learn, and I'm definitely doing that. Don't know about you guys. Let's now listen to the whole track from the start and see what we've gotten to after this 7th part of the process. Yeah, it's coming along. Tons of work still left to make this actually sound like a well orchestrated and mixed track. But I do like a lot of the stuff that has come on, and I'm happy with the learning process. What about you guys? What do you think of what I did today? What do you think of the whole track? I'd love to hear your feedback. Post it in the comments. And if you were following along and orchestrating together with me, you could post what you've got done in the comments as well. We can all learn from each other, and we can maybe create a small community here. That would be amazing. If you found any of this interesting, you learned something new, you just enjoyed watching my process, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. It will help me a lot, and I would really appreciate that. That's it for today. See you in the next one. Goodbye.